What's up, Pops? Man, today's the day. As much as the day is about me, it's about you too, man. It's been 3 years, and I just want to come and say thank you. Thank you for all the lessons, the whoopings. And though I didn't see it at the time, thank you for being a great father and showing me exactly what legacy looks like. So this night, it's about you. Rest easy. I'll be seeing you soon. But we gotta get to work. Love you, Pops. Whew.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna start it up right now from the back to the front. Start it up, clap, 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 clap. From Meet the Browns, Alina Health, Best Buy, the track and field, ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Juice Sutton!
Sit down. I know some of y'all knees don't work that well. See my grandma and all this, she was like, I don't know how long I can hold this up. Y'all look good. Man, you know how to put my stuff on, you know what I'm saying? I had to get dressed up, Fashion Nova's finest, you know what I'm saying? We family, I can keep it real. These pants was only $13. I couldn't deny it. Put a little baby powder in there just in case I start to sweat. Y'all know Fashion Nova, it's a 2-week maximum. I bought these for the show and the show only. Y'all will not catch me in these again. Man, y'all look good. Y'all showed out, Twin Cities. What's happening? Yeah. We over north. So I had to tuck my chain until I got over in the side. Oh my goodness. You know you're on the north side when crackheads try to sell you DVDs that ain't even came out yet? He tried to sell me a copy of my own comedy special. I was like, what? He's like, I got that new Juice comedy. I'm like, how did you get that? I bought it. I wanted to see how well y'all received my jokes. I just bought it to see how it was gonna go. I don't know. Black people, why do we think everybody who's homeless is a crackhead? Why we do that? It could have been inflation, you know, jobs is going bad. Nope, it's crack, automatically. It don't even matter. My grandma be seeing people on the street, she's like, see, that's why you don't do drugs. That's why you don't do drugs right there. Yeah, this crackhead tried to sell me my own DVD though. He wasn't really a crackhead, he just looked like mine. I ain't never seen nobody on crack, but if I did, that's what it would look like. That's what it would look like. Man, I'm so excited to be here. It's a lot of fun stuff going on. Make some noise for yourselves for coming out. Yeah, we here, man. I'm 30 years old. My goodness. I'm at that age now where I'm old enough to just say whatever I want because I'm on AARP now. I can just talk crazy, you know. Because old people don't have no filter, you know what I'm saying? Like, they the most prejudiced people you'll ever meet in your life. I love my grandma, but she's so prejudiced. She's like, why everybody shooting up everybody? I'm like, it's just St. Paul, not just playing. I am just playing, man. I am 30, I'm learning a lot, man. I got some beautiful experiences. Comedy has taken me so many places. I got the opportunity to go to Sweden this fall. Yeah, Northside kid went international. I didn't know how to behave though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was so scared. Cause you know when I go in the United States, I'm like, okay, you know, me or my dad knew somebody in every state, but in Sweden, that's a one-way trip. I'm like, if something pop off, I'm on my own. But it was a beautiful experience, man. You know, they brought me out there to host a global series for the hockey games, man. And you know, like, it was weird for me. In the scripture, you know, when God says, in my weakness, in your weakness, I will make you strong. I'm like, I'm a kid from the north side that's hosting hockey. Yeah, you can tell I faked the mess out of that interview, didn't I? They was like, what do you know about hockey? It's cold. And they be fighting. I like that. They be fighting. But it was dope, man. I got an opportunity because, you know, I got to experience a different culture. When I went to Sweden, man, I don't know if y'all ever get a chance to go overseas, I would strongly encourage it. It's a lot of fun. Their food is way cleaner than ours, okay? I knew it late. Y'all, some of y'all clapping because y'all been there before. Black people, some of y'all who ain't been nowhere, y'all like, really, I clean my chicken every day. No, that's not what we're talking about. Their food's so clean. McDonald's is a 5-star restaurant over there. Like, and I'm not even joking. Like, it's actually like gourmet food. Like, they 93% lean meats. Like, I was eating McDonald's every day because I was like, this tastes like Culver's. I was like, this is crazy. I'm like, the chicken nuggets taste like chicken nuggets. But they so sweet, like even at McDonald's, they don't have no drive-throughs. That's why I'm like, everybody, I can understand why we in America, we obese because we just drive and pick up everything. They don't have no drive-throughs. Like, McDonald's is so classy. You gotta get your quarter pounder with cheese and sit down. What? And everybody's so nice. You like, this is how I know I'm kind of toxic. Like, you ever like met somebody who was so nice it kind of pissed you off a little bit? Like every time I was done eating, they was right there to take my food. I'm like, dang! Can I swallow that? I'm playing with the waiter. I'm like faking like I'm done. Like, yeah, gotcha. He's like, you didn't give me Mr. Juice. You didn't give me. It was a crazy experience. Like McDonald's like cooks aren't called cooks over there. They food so good they call gourmet chefs. No joke, look it up. They are gourmet chefs in the back. Like, man, this is different. It was fun though, because I got to fly on the team plane, on the private jet. And they told me, they was like, yeah, we're gonna put you on the team plane. I'm like, I'm texting all my friends, I'm like, yesterday's price ain't today's price. They were like, what you mean? I'm like, you about to find out. I ain't had no TSA. They just gave us a bus, they took us right up to the plane. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm in my group chat like, yeah, y'all don't know what it's like. Clear, what is clear? TSA pre-check, what is that? I'm on the tarmac, yeah. We got in there, because you know when you go overseas, I've seen a lot of TikToks. Everybody get that little cubicle, you know, where they lay out, they give you the little sunglasses, you got the TV on there, you got your own little space, it floats out to the bed. That's what I thought. I'm like, I'm flying out with a team. They finna get me together. So I get on the plane, I'm like, ooh, I see the cubicles that I seen on TikTok. I was like, I'm taking video. I'm taking videos. I'm flexing on all my friends. Y'all know, they know, this is a true story. I'm flexing like, I fly private now. And they had everybody's name, all the players' name was on the front. I was like, yeah. Yeah, they was like, oh, Mr. Sutton, this ain't your section. I was like, excuse me, I don't know who you think you're talking to. I'm flying with the team. You know, I know I'm getting older because old people just be feeling like they entitled to whatever. They asked me to be here. What you mean my seat ain't over here? They said no, so there was a curtain that divided half the plane up. They was like, yeah, no, just you behind the curtain. I was like, you talking about that curtain right there? It's like, yeah, just go behind that curtain. I'm like, oh. I went behind the curtain. It was a regular plane seat. I said, the devil is a lie. I said, y'all must got me confused with somebody else. I am the only African American on this plane, and y'all gonna put me in the back of the plane? They looked me dead in my eyes, and they was like, yes, we are. Bye. We'll come back to the back. I was like, yeah, Rosa Parks. Oh my God, we love pulling that red card. To the back of the plane, that's what you gonna do. They didn't even hesitate. I was like, all right. It's 58-1. I know what I got myself into. If I was in the NBA, I wouldn't treat me like this. Everybody's created equal in the NBA. Man, they put me up in a nice hotel, you know what I'm saying? It was beautiful. It was hard for me to get used to the time difference. It was an 8-hour time difference. They put me up in a nice hotel, you know, I ain't know how to act. I feel like I would, the hotel looked like Home Alone 2. Y'all seen Home Alone 2? They gave me a little robe with some slippers. This is how I know I'm still hood, because I put them slippers straight in my bag. I was like, Jesus, nuts. My wife gonna love this robe. I was doing Guitar Hero practices in the hallway. Dun, 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 dun. In the mirror, the bag though was amazing, but the one thing that caught me off, like in Sweden, especially in Stockholm, they don't really use toilet paper like that. Yeah, I know some of y'all look like, what? Just bear with me though, okay? So I went to use the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, when I get into a hotel space, I like to sit on the throne of grace and meditate a little bit. And lay my burdens down, if y'all know what I mean. I went to wipe. I see no toilet paper. So I was like, oh. And it's crazy because in these hotels, they have phones right next to the toilet. It's almost like they know Americans is there and they're gonna ask these questions. So I'm on the toilet. I done already released my burdens. I'm on the phone, I'm like, hey, excuse me, I know y'all said y'all fixed the room and everything, but I ain't got no toilet paper up here. You know, Sweden, they speak Swedish, so their English is a little, But he was like, oh no toilet paper. Bidet. And I was like, no, good day to you too, but I ain't got no toilet paper. And he was like, no, bidet. And I'm like, bro, bidet to you? I had a good day, but I'm not having one now because ain't no toilet paper. So they got somebody in, I was like, bidet, I was like, you know, so I felt in my spirit, let me Google whatever, like, bidet means, because maybe he's saying it in a different language, and I realized, and so for all my hood folks that don't know what it is, it's a squirt toilet. For some of y'all that barely graduated high school, basically what it does is it shoots water up there to clean you out, right? And so, you know, I'm battling, because I'm just like, I said, this is an exit only area. I don't know if I want anything to enter there. I don't know. So I was battling, I'm like, do I use the towels and I just ball it up and then they just come and get it and I surprise them later? Or I'm like, or do I use this bidet? I'm like, you know what? I'm sounding real uncultured right now. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead. It took a while, like, you know, when you be thinking about something, like, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm like, low key, it done dried up already. So I was like, we are all adults, relax. I'm like, okay, I'm in Sweden. This is a Swedish experience. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. If I don't like it, nobody gonna know. So clearly I like it. I was like, so on the panels, they had control panels. It was like one of them fancy ones. So it had, I figured out what it was because there was like 3 like squirt things, right? I'm like, that must be the bidet. That must be the bidet, right? And so there's a start button and a stop button. So it can just keep running if you want to. And then there's a fan button that actually waves. Yeah, it was fancy, I ain't gonna lie. It was a 5-star hotel. So I pressed it. I pressed the start button. I heard, I was like, it's okay, I've been here by myself, I'm good. I hear the beep and stop. Like, and nothing. I'm like, when is it gonna turn on? I'm like, okay, I was like, let me just check. And I look, and like, if you got kids, you know what that's like. I was like, But I was like, it was like warm water, like it felt like it wasn't really like hitting me. And I was like, dang. I thought to myself, I'm like, man, this is the day we go together now. I was in there every day like, Mr. Bidet, how's your day going? Yeah, I had a great day. We gotta talk to each other, we gotta get to know you, you know. I don't just let anybody inside me. I don't let... I thought I made a new discovery. I called my wife, I'm like, babe! I just experienced the squirt toilet. She looked at me, she's like, you talking about the bidet? I'm like, what the? You know about the bidet? She's like, yeah. I was like, we need one. I was like, hopefully they don't make me gay, but it was good. Oh my gosh. I'm learning a lot, man. When I turn 30, I'm experiencing different things, you know. I'm opening my eyes to different things. Like I'm a father now, you know, I'm a father. My daughter right here, she knocked out. But I'm gonna wake her up because she ain't gonna keep us up all night. It's dope, man, because it's dope because I've always wanted to be a father. Like, you know, this show is called You Your Daddy's Son. I'm dedicated to my dad. He passed away 2 years ago. And he was a great man. Yeah. He's a great man, and I'm learning a lot. You know, I'm learning a lot because I'm like, I was so excited to be a father because I couldn't wait to treat my daughter the way my parents treated me, you know? And like, I'm thinking of it as a bad way, but it's not a bad thing. I just couldn't wait to say certain words to my kids. I couldn't wait for her to be excited about McDonald's so I could tell her, we got McDonald's at the house. I couldn't wait to say that. My parents said that to me all the time. Everything was at the house. I couldn't get nothing. Ooh! It's a firefighter. We got firefighters at the house. Daddy, the police. We got police at the house. Your uncle sell bootleg DVDs. And he on house arrest. Can't wait for my daughter to be old enough so we can go and I can ask her to get more fast food condiments than I need. They're not gonna deny no kid. I don't know what's wrong with these fast food restaurants. I ordered 2 large fries. What am I gonna do with 2 packets of ketchup? What am I doing with that? Can't wait for her to take a bunch of Chipotle napkins and not get convicted for a crime. Daddy, how much? This much. You know, we don't never have a number. How much? This much. We got people coming over this weekend. my bidet came made yet, and I ain't got no toilet paper. Can't wait, man. I can't wait to be like a lazy parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait to have my daughter grab me the remote and it's really right there. And I just don't want to get out the couch. He put his hand up. You do that now? I hated that, man. My dad used to do that to me all the time. Like, cause my parents, I don't know about y'all was raised the same way, but my parents, they always would call my name once. And I was supposed to know what that meant. And I knew what it meant. But it always be when I'm busy. They don't never hit you up when you're not busy. It's always when you're doing something. I'm doing homework. I was supposed to be doing homework. And all I hear is, Joseph! And you know when you're a kid, you just be trying to test the waters a little bit, like, yeah? And you know, it just get quiet. And everybody know what that means. Like Cuba Gooding Jr. in Boys in the Hood. Here I come. I make it all the way upstairs. I'm like, yes, Father. Hand me that remote right there. It was one time, you know, because there comes a time in your life when you're a child and you transition from a child to being an adult, where you have to stand up for what you believe in and stand up for what you believe is right. I decided to test the waters. He was like, hand me that remote. And he got mad at me, which I can understand the mistake, because he thought I talked back and I said, you good for nothing, Pops. But what I really said was, dang, at least I'm good for something. Nope, I got whooped. I got whooped, right? And you know, one thing I loved about my dad is he didn't just discipline for no reason. He didn't just whoop me for no reason. There was always a lesson that came attached with it, right? And you know, y'all probably heard these lessons before when he said, all right, well, I'm over here. He was like, now, Joseph, what did we learn from this experience? Like I said, it comes a day in your life where you have to stand up for what you believe in and stand for what you have to stand on, right? So I looked at my dad dead in my eyes like, I learned that if you had the energy to whoop me, you could have picked up the remote yourself and said, we're home for time. So when I woke up 6 weeks later, I learned a very valuable lesson. I said, let me just not test the waters and just do what he's saying, you know? Because it's crazy, man. It's like, you know, growing up, kids is a lot different than how we was raised. We can't do the same things that we did when, like, how we was raised. It's not, like, these kids are soft, okay? These kids are soft nowadays. Did you know that if you leave a kid in the car, they're gonna die? Did you know that? Look, it's crazy. My parents left me in the car all the time. Sit your butt right here. I'm gonna run to the store real quick. Don't do nothing, no touching, all right? I'm 7 years old with the window peak trying to get air. Because the air and the heat only work when we move it. It only So when park is just blowing whatever the opposite of. If it's cold out in the car, and it's hot in the car. I was a survivor. When I teach my kids how to survive, and I'm like, how do I do that? What are the different ways that I can do that? Like I remember, you know, back in the day, y'all remember corded phones? My parents was old school. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have there was one wireless telephone that was my dad's office. We could never go there. Everything else was corded. Do you know how embarrassing it is to be in 8th grade trying to cake with a girl and you can't leave the kitchen? My grandma be frying chicken. I'm like, hey girl, how you doing? And I'm gonna just stand right here. No, ignore the popping sounds. That's not bad signal. That's my grandma cooking chicken. How you doing? We had one line. It was internet and phone. These kids don't know what it's like. Everything was connected. My dad would pick up the phone while I was on the phone. I'd be talking like, hey, what's up, girl? Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Dad! He be all in my conversation. Who you on the phone with? Hello? We start interrogating her. Hello? What's your name, girl? Jennifer, you interested in my son? I mean, he's cute or whatever. He's like, I don't really know you, ma'am, but based on my son's last report card, I think you can do better. What? Come on, know your worth, queen, know your worth. Queen, oh, no! Don't do that! What's different? My dad was different, man. He was woke before woke was a thing. Yeah. He bled red, black, and green. He was pro-black all the time. Yeah. Some of y'all in here right now sit next to a white person. I'm just kidding. He was pro-black. My dad never let us watch Disney. Never let us watch Disney. He had a personal vendetta against Disney. He thought Disney was racist. But you ever heard like a theory that was so crazy, it sounded kind of true? Like, and my dad was like, Disney is racist. Asian people got Mulan. Middle Eastern people got Aladdin. White people got everything else. What did they leave us with? Lion King. We can't even be real people. We animals to them. I'm like, Dad, relax. Like, this is how I know they racist. The main character grew up without a father. That is racist. I was like, hey. And he died by his brother. Black on black crime. That is not a thing. I was like, I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry you feel this way. I'm gonna take it a step further. I'm like, oh Jesus. What is the #1 song on Lion King? I was like, Hakuna Matata. Exactly! Say it slowly. Hakuna Matata. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, what? I could never sing that song again the same. I'm like, Dad, that's Swahili. No, it's not. They're trying to poison you, son. Listen to it again. Now when I hear it, I just be like, dang, they be overemphasizing on the coon, don't they? It means no worries. They was on welfare. That's what they was doing. Like, Dad, there's a redemption story. I didn't make it that far. I turned it off. I was like, aren't we kings though? He said, we animals. My dad was different, man. He had different things. He grew me up on survival. You know, everything I learned how to do, I learned how to survive. Like, first time I learned how to swim was survival. You know, my uncle had a pool. You know, my uncle had a pool. They lived in DC. They had a pool. We would always go there and go swimming. Right? You know, the older kids would be on the deep end. The younger kids would be in the little end. I ain't gonna lie. I was an adventurer. I wanted to experience what life was like on the other side. So I got up, I walked on the other side, I seen my older cousins playing, I dipped a toe in. Why ain't water warmer over here? I'm saying dumb stuff like I was that kid, like, I like Doritos, I want to eat it. My mom said I can have those type of, I was that type of kid. I want to be in the deep end, knowing I don't know how to swim. My dad crept up behind me, he was like, we Suttons, we don't do nothing half on. Everything was in slow motion from that point on. I was like, I hit the water, immediately start dying. I immediately started dying, right? I saw my whole life flash before me. I saw me having a daughter, getting married, doing my comedy special in front of all y'all. I saw all of that. I was struggling water. I was like, help! Help! My mom really tried to save me, but she didn't know how to swim either. She was like, son, reach in my head! I told you I'm a survivor though. I made it. Treading water. And you know, black parents, we gotta stop doing this. Why do we say and ask dumb questions? My dad literally was looking at me like, I know you're not dying in there. You better not be dying in there. What? Yes, pull me up. My dad was a professional finesser. Sons, unfortunately, we're good liars. I'm trying to break that generational curse. I'm proud of you. I'm trying. It's hard though. It's strong. That stronghold is strong. He was looking at me in my eyes. My mom was like, why would you do that? He was like, I'm trying to teach him a lesson. And you know when you ain't got nothing to think about, you trying to process, you get that line, I'm trying to teach him a lesson. Son? The head turn is a new thought. He's like, trying to swim in deep water is like being black in America. I was like, oh, this is deep. He's like, yeah. Cause sometimes life will try to get you down. And then you know when they finally hit you, and then they come with their plan, they try to get you down. But you gotta continue to fight until you can make it to the top. I was like, wow, you just totally made that up. That man put me in swim lessons the next day. Then I realized he had life insurance on me. I was like, dang, Dad, I knew I was gonna promise you a house, but not that way. He was like, my bad, son, I want to make sure you was good. I want to make sure you was good. I'm learning, man. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about life. Learning a lot from my dad, man. It's crazy to see how much I'm turning into him. Like I said, you know, the older I get, the more I feel like I'm supposed to be entitled to things. You know, like I never forget the day, because my dad was old school. Like he had the same phone since 1993 in 2010. I don't think y'all hear me. Like y'all know the brick, no kid phone. Like he had Sprint. It was the Sprint when it was a Globe. That's how old his phone was. I never forget we was coming from Kansas, we was coming from a football camp, and he had his phone on him. And you know, old people, they always be over exaggerating. Like you ever had an old person like over exaggerate and it be something small? Y'all ever seen that? Like my dad would literally be sitting in the car and he just freak out. But they always freak out and then they get calm. I'm like, Dad, what's going on? I done left my charger. What? So I'm like, all right, just go to the Sprint store, you know, get you a new charger, whatever. I forgot that he had the same phone since 1993. So we get to the Sprint store, you know, and my dad, he at that age, he's feeling entitled, right? He put the phone on. Boom! Dude was like my age. He probably ain't never seen a phone like this ever. Cause you know how black people, we try to remain professional in an ignorant situation. Like, my dad put the phone down and the dude was like, he's like, hi, welcome to Sprint, how may I help you? Boom! Like, he wanted to call my dad the N-word, but he was working. For real. He's like, sir, we stopped selling these chargers in 1997. Like, they don't have these anymore. And my dad feeling entitled. They always be trying to flex their loyalty points. I've been a loyal Sprint member since 1993. I need a new charger. And they was trying to be called as, sir, I'm trying to tell you right now, like, we do not sell these phones. So what have I been a loyal member since 1993 for if I can't even get a charger? Why? It's always the lip too. So they was like, I'll see what I can do. I'll get my manager. The manager comes out. He's like, sir, you've actually been due for an upgrade for 10 years. Like, you have to. He's like, so this is what we can do for you. We can't get you a charger. What we can do is we can upgrade you to the iPhone. My dad's not very hip to technology like that. He looks at me, and you know me, I'm slowly backing away because I know it's gonna get more ignorant, so I'm just like, I'm shopping, knowing I ain't got no money, like, he looked at this man dead in his eye, he said, what I need a phone in my eye for? I walked out, I was like, I can't do this, It embarrassed me. He was like, what I need a phone in my eye for? I have been a loyal member since 1993. Keep it simple. He was like, no, sir, it's not an actual iPhone like for your eyes. It's a phone in your hand. You can have your emails, you can have everything all in one area. He was like, oh. Okay, tell me more. It's like, yeah, you know, it's everything and we can transfer your contact, we can transfer everything. He looked at me, he was like, can you transfer my pictures? He's like, yes sir, we can transfer your pictures. He's like, yeah, that's some things from his mama, you know. Go Like, how can you see him on a screen this small? How do y'all even send pictures on those? I don't know. So my dad didn't even watch the process because he felt entitled. He's like, yeah, take care of it. I've been a loyal member since 1993. He coming up to me, I'm trying to get away. He grabbed my shoulder. He's like, son, see, that's what happens when you remain loyal. They take care of it. I get a free album. He didn't know that he was due for an upgrade and they actually charged him on the bill. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to let him have his moment because he's been a loyal member since 1993. So he's like, son, grab the phone. Let's go. We get in the car. We in the car. We driving. My dad freak out. Dad! Dad! I freak out. I pull over. Oh, what's going on? Son, I think my phone broke. Your phone broke, and they just got it for you. It ain't got no buttons. It's touchscreen. Touchscreen. Shut up, Wilson. It ain't keep sitting in the ocean. Sound like witchcraft to me. I was like, man. Is this how they treat loyal members since 1993? I'm like, no, it's touchscreen. You know, when you turn it on, everything works. He was so excited. He was so excited. Kept that same iPhone till he passed away. He did. I was so proud of him. But at the same time, I was like, sir. Phone calls was dropping, me trying to get a hold of him. Like, Dad, have you upgraded the software? I ain't never been soft, boy. All right. We know, you was back in Southside Chicago, you was gangbanging until you got saved. We get it, we heard it before. It's for your iPhone. I'm learning a lot, man. Because like as a father now, you know, I realize that I'm more like my dad than I think. You know, when I was raised, I realized I'm more than him like I think. And I'm trying to instill some of the same principles with, you know, less consequences. Not gonna throw my daughter in the water, I'm just gonna put her in swim class. The Lord has blessed me with enough money to put her in swim class. Because I learned, you know, a lot of things we realize is some of the things that we've learned and we're taught was because of the situations we were in, you know. And it's amazing for me, but I got fears, I ain't gonna lie. I got fears because I got a daughter. Right, it was amazing when my daughter came into the world, but I think we as men, you know, a lot of times after a woman gives birth, rightfully so, we take care of a woman, we ask her, you know, oh, are you okay, are you healing? But I think we need to check on men too. I do, and the reason why I say that is because we get traumatized too. I ain't never had a kid before. I never seen, you know, I seen it in health class, but I ain't never like seen it with my own. We gotta learn how to heal, fellas. We gotta talk to each other. We never had kids before. We gotta talk to each other. We gotta know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. My wife, she had to get induced, which means we had to come in early, you know. I didn't know when the wife get induced, I didn't know doctors are super handsy, okay? I was getting hot. Like every 2 hours, I was like, doctor, are we taking the baby or are we playing with my wife? I am convinced. Y'all know, man, we kind of insecure a little bit. He was like checking, like he had to check cervix, you know, because we got to make sure the cervix is right. And so he got to, you know, put his fingers in there. And I don't know if it was just the insecure me or like Satan talking to my ear, but I thought my wife moaned when he was in there. And you know what, Doc? I'm gonna take it from here. Don't worry about it. Just tell me what I'm looking for. You good, man? You good? Just breathe. Yeah, don't have to touch. Make sure y'all right there. Make sure y'all tighten that down. Don't touch her like that. You got it? I'll touch it from here. Y'all take it from here. Couldn't do it. Oh, I'm gonna hear about that from my pastor. But it's okay. It's okay. It was weird, man. Because a lot of times, it was your first time, you don't really understand the educational piece of when a woman gives birth. Whole time, I was in shock when the baby came. You know, one, because it's like, the doctor just pulled the baby out, like he was in single formation, like he was a quarterback. He just was like, bleed, 42, hey, no. I'm like, did he just Peyton Manning my baby? Did he just Drew Brees my daughter? Touchdown. I was like, this is crazy. mom was in shock. They was like, oh, Mr. Sutton, are you happy that the baby was born? Because I was just staring. And I was like, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna compete with a whole kid. I don't know if it's gonna be the same. I don't know if it's gonna be the same. That's why it's important that we educate each other, fellas. And snaps back. Very important. But I got fears, man. I got fears. Because, as a father, your job is to provide and protect for your child. And my fear is people say, oh, you got a daughter, watch out for the boys. I ain't worried about that. I got thugs for that, I told y'all I'm a good liar. That sounded good, didn't it? I don't got no thugs, but I'll find some. My fear is I won't be able to provide and protect my child. I won't be able to provide the answers that they need. As a man, if your daughter comes to you for help, you're supposed to be able to help them. My fear is I won't be able to help them. And I ain't talking about in that. I'm really talking about math and spelling. That's what I'm talking about. I wasn't that good in both of those areas, because the math ain't math in the same way it's math than when I was in math class, is what I'm telling you. It's more letters than numbers. I get lost. My fear is, because I'm serious, Miss, my fear is my daughter, I help her with her homework and she come back with an F, but I'm the one who did all the problems. Now we gotta come up with excuses, like, what you mad at me for? You was the one in class. I got fears, I got real fears. Spelling is not very good for me. I'm not gonna lie. My fear is my daughter coming to me, Dad, how do you spell restaurant? Some of y'all looking at me crazy. Auntie, you know how to spell restaurant? Exactly, my point exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because I feel like if I can't provide those answers, my children are not gonna look at me the same. They're not gonna respect me no more. She get older, she had boys come to the house. I'm like, hey, who is this? And she just looked at me like, babe, don't worry about him. He don't even know how to spell restaurant. And these kids is different. They be roasting you like, Mr. Say, you don't know how to spell restaurant? Oh, illiterate. Like, hey. I know how to spell sleep. I know how to spell that. I got real fears. It's crazy, man. Just growing up, it was different. It was just a lot different. Because black parents, we got to stop yelling at our kids when they don't get the answer right the first time. Why do we do that? That's a toxic trait we gotta kill. Like, we feel like if they don't get it right, yelling it louder is gonna help them process the right answer. Jimmy had 2 apples. He took one away. How many does he have? 3. Jimmy had 3 apples. Like, gosh. Putting the pressure on. Then you just start throwing up stuff. 62. See, you must get that from your mama's side, because that can't be mine. What? My mama's side is crazy. I'm learning, man. I'm learning different things, man. I know, it's crazy, ain't it? It's my daughter. She up now. Yeah, she's gonna turn 1 next month. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm learning because, discipline is real. Discipline is real. And I think a lot of times people don't know the difference between disciplining your children and beating your children. I think there's a thin line between somebody laughing because they beat their kids right before they got here and you feel convicted. Discipline is what we strive for. I think a lot of these kids now, they don't know the difference. That's why they know they can get away with it because you can't put your hands on them. You gotta find different ways to do it. Like, you gotta switch the internet code. Like, it's crazy. Dad, the internet don't work. What's the password? Obedience. Spell It's crazy, man. I'm learning. But a lot of people ask me all the time, they're like, man, are you gonna bring, you're not gonna whoop your daughter, you're not gonna discipline your daughter. Who not? I am big on structure, you know, because that's how I was raised. And I know she's Sutton. And the Bible says, spare the rods for the child. And if I don't put that rod, she's gonna be spoiled. So I gotta start early. Because my dad worked us all the time. But we gotta learn when is the right place to whoop our kids. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever got whooped in the store before? That's what I'm saying. See, they don't raise us the same. I got whooped at Walmart. I don't shop at Walmart to this day because of that, okay? Because you know, like, as black people, we get the same 3 rules. Everybody, I feel like no matter where you're from, we get the same 3 rules when we get in the store. They lock that door because they don't want you to go nowhere. And they say it every single time. When we get in this store, don't look at nothing, don't ask for nothing, and don't touch nothing. Period. Nah, it's real. But like I said before, sometimes there comes a day in your life when you got to stand on what you believe in. So I tested the waters a little bit. My mom, we went to suburban Walmarts. You know, we was hood bougie. You know what I'm saying? We went to suburban Walmarts. So I was thinking to myself, one day I was like, okay, my mama not gonna whoop me in front of all these white people. This is when I found out my mom was a real thug. You know, she from DC. Okay, she's from DC. I learned the hard way. That's them over there. Don't mind that. So we get in the store. Mom goes to the groceries. She expected me to follow. Nope, I'm doing my own thing. I run to the bike section. I'm like, you know, I'm having a good time. I'm one of them kids riding bikes in the aisles. I knew it was gonna be a problem. You know, black people, we be trying to mind our business, but when we see something that we know, we always got something to say. I wouldn't let my kid do that. I know that for sure. So I'm in the bike section. I'm having a good time. You know, 2 white kids riding with me. I split off because I said I'm doing my own thing, right? All of a sudden, the atmosphere changed. My spirit got heavy. I didn't know what was going on, Dad. I heard my full name get called out. I ain't gonna say my full name because I know there's some scammers in the room right now. And you know when a black mom say your full name, you either get beat or you get beat. Ain't no in between, all right? So I'm like, oh my goodness. I turn around, I'm at the end of the aisle. I see my mom at the end of the aisle. We looking at each other. I'm staring at her, she's staring at me. I'm staring at her, she's staring at me. It was like a John Wayne movie, you know what I'm saying? Like Chuck Norris, I heard the music. Immediately I was like, oh Lord, if this was meant to be, give me a sign. I seen a white man walk right behind her. I was like, that was the sign I need. I turned around like I was gonna go. I don't know, my mom is like 5'2". I don't know how she got all the way to the end of the aisle. But everything that happened after that was in slow motion. She snatched me off that bike so fast, I was like, and my mom is a ninja. She knows pressure points. They hit you right in that spot where you can't scream. I let it out. I was like, Lord, if it was meant to be, send me a sign. Same white person came back from the same aisle. I was like, oh, this is my moment. I put on my best 12 years a slave roots impersonation. I looked at her and I was like, ma'am. I don't know why. Why slave movies everybody speak with an S on the end? Ma'am, please come save me. My mom snatched me out that aisle. All I heard, all the white lady saw was a little black kid say, save me with an S on the end. and disappear out the aisle. He tried to come save me. My mom whooped him too. I was like, oh! He's like, I'm never having black children again. Gonna put on a Kuna Matata when I get in the car. I learned my mom was a thug, man. Y'all have a good time? Yeah. I'm different. I was raised different, you know. I always be thinking to myself, like, man, what would happen? You know, because when you have a kid, you always hope that your child gets your better genes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get the smart genes. But like, you are a culmination of your whole family, right? And we all like dumb family members in our life. You know what I'm saying? I be praying. I'm like, God, please, don't let her have the dumb family genes. And as soon as I said that, I know some of y'all thought of some dumb family members. And if y'all couldn't think of somebody, you might be the dumb family member. But it's weird, man. Because I got family, you know, he was getting his driver's license. He called me up. He was like, hey, not gonna say no names. They may be in the air, they may not. But it's like, hey, you know when you hear something stupid, you gotta hear it twice? He's like, yo, I need a favor. I said, yeah, what's up? I need you to give me some Uber money so I can catch up Uber to the DMV so I can take this driver's test. Some of y'all not getting it because y'all got dumb siblings, but some of y'all not getting it. He said, I need you to Uber me some money so I can catch up Uber to the DMV so I can take my driver's test. So I gave it to him because I just wanted to see how stupid he would look in the DMV line. He just sitting, I can just imagine cars all around him and he just in line outside in the cold. Oh, y'all ain't got no cars for me to drive? Don't get your stupid self on. But thinking about it, man, it was crazy the way I was raised. I have a lot of like random jokes that pop in my head all the time. And you know, I like to call this next segment Random Thoughts, you know, and so some of y'all have heard me do these before. Don't worry, they knew, some of them they all knew, they not old. And I want to share these with y'all, is that okay? Yeah. Okay, that's what's up. I was gonna do it anyways, but I just wanted to make y'all feel a part of this special. So, ooh, yeah, see, I figured that out. No longer the dumb sibling, no longer the dumb sibling. So how I need y'all help, you know, because I'm recording my special, so I'm gonna take a couple notes, you know, to see which ones actually make it. I need y'all snaps. If y'all can give me snaps real quick, y'all give me snaps. And then I got a little keyboard player in the back because I want to serenade y'all a little bit with these random thoughts. They might be funny to y'all, they might be mind-boggling, it doesn't matter. Y'all ready? Look at some of y'all thought it was The Purge. See somebody duck. So this right here is called Random Thoughts. Here we go. Like I said, you know, I'm trying to give my daughter a chance. You know, I know my dad hates Disney, but I'm trying to give my daughter a chance to experience everything. So we've been watching a lot of Disney movies, you know, Disney princess movies, and get her acclimated. So we was watching Cinderella, the Black Virgin. Out of respect for my dad, out of respect for my dad. And I was thinking to myself while we was watching, I'm like, man, if Cinderella's shoe fits so perfectly, how did it fall off when she ran away? Alright, keep that one. You know, I like to spend a lot of time with my nieces and nephews, you know, because they provide a lot of material for me all the time, you know, and I get to just watch them and do their things. So my nephews, they love that I do comedy, and they came up to me. They was like, "Oh, Juice, I got a question." I was like, "All right, man, what's your question?" He was like, "If vegetable oil is made out of vegetables, and coconut oil is made out of coconuts, what is baby oil made out of?" I said, "You, if you don't sit down." I always thought to myself, man, what would happen if I got scared half to death twice? this. I was thinking to myself the other day, I'm like, why is it that your nose runs and your feet smell? Some of y'all not gonna get that till tomorrow. When the special come out, you're gonna be like, I understand, it should be backwards, yes. Next time you do this joke, try to explain it a little better. You know, I'm turning 30, so I'm trying to work on my health journey, you know what I'm saying? And a friend of mine, you know, Bruce, he was up here earlier, and he encouraged me to go vegan. I'm like, nigga. I'm like, nah, with a stick in my hand. But then I was thinking to myself, I'm like, dang, if two vegans get in an argument, is that still considered beef? We got a lot of meat eaters in the audience. But on the same level, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking to myself, do vegans even eat animal crackers though? So that goes against the whole nature of the whole thing, you know? Like that. This one might blow your mind a little bit. You know, I'm trying to study the English language, because my first language is Ebonics. I told you I don't know how to spell very well, but I can hood spell. I was in a trap spelling bee. I know how to do that stuff. But trying to understand the English language for my daughter, I was thinking to myself, like, man, why is there a D in fridge, but no D in refrigerator? Some of the people ain't laughing because they didn't know there was no D in the refrigerator. I seen a couple of faces light up in the audience. They was like, Siri, spell refrigerator. I had to put the echo on it to make it give it a vibe. So I was thinking to myself the other day, I was like, man, if a bar of soap fell on the ground, is the floor considered dirty or clean, or is the soap considered dirty or clean? It's past some people's bedtime. They didn't think they had to think like that. Write these down, we're gonna remember these. If I clean a vacuum cleaner, does that technically make me a vacuum cleaner? But on the same note, if I wait for a waiter, don't that make me a waiter? You should be tipping me. There's some people that's in the waitressing industry that didn't like that joke. Why is it called rush hour when everybody moving in slow motion? Who rushing? I like that one. Did you know that Pringles is the only chip company that don't sell air with their chips? I'm looking at some of y'all faces, y'all like, whoa! And some of y'all is too high to understand what's going on. We'll keep that one. Another English question. Is the S or the C silent in scent? Because you know you got 3 different types of scent. I gotta break it down for y'all because some of y'all it's past y'all bedtime. Because you got scent, like, did I scent for you? That's not the right English word, but y'all know what I mean. You got scent as in penny scent, and then you got scent that is sense. So which one is silent? I need answers, and so do y'all. Did you know when you buy a bigger bed, you have more bedroom, but less bedroom? Somebody caught the Holy Ghost in the back, like, my God, person of prayer. I love to pray. I think my faith is a big, I know my faith is a big piece of how I became so successful today. Hold on, I said smack, we ain't at that level yet. Hold on, I'm throwing off my mojo. So we was in the back, we was all praying to have a good show. And I ended in amen. And I was like, man, I was just literally thinking to myself back there. I'm like, why is it that we say amen instead of a woman? Now I thought about it, I ain't got all the answers, I don't know. But it's probably the same reason why old people were singing hymns and not hers. That was from all my old church people. Y'all was feeling left out this entire show, so I had to get y'all together. So snap it up, that was random thoughts. Thank y'all. Don't worry, I'm almost done. I'm gonna let y'all go. It's crazy, man. Like I was saying, prayer is a big piece of who I am today, man. I gave my life to Christ due to prayer. My grandma was a prayer warrior. You know what I'm saying? Both my grandmas were prayer warriors. Just one of my grandmas from Chicago, they pray a little different. When they lay hands, you don't wake up for another day or two. And it wasn't the Holy Spirit, it was physical abuse. But I love it, man. I love to pray, man. I remember when I first got saved, I remember I gave my first public prayer. How many of y'all ever prayed in public before in front of a church congregation? It's scary, man. I went to a church where they didn't really teach you how to do it. It was like, trust the Holy Spirit. I'm like, I just met him today. How am I supposed to know? They was like, we know you'll figure it out. I'm like, okay, Pentecostal church. So I was like, okay. So I did what any resourceful kid would do in that day and age back then when I was a kid. I went straight to YouTube. And I typed in powerful prayers, Because I'm an athlete at heart, so I'm competitive about everything. So no matter what I do, I feel like I need to be the best at it, right? And I was like, okay, one thing I know is when the old people be praying, they pray for a long time. And I'm like, when you pray for a long time, that's the more you are connected with Jesus. That was a lie. I didn't know that, but that's what I'm experienced, right? So I'm on YouTube, I Google YouTube powerful prayers, Joel Osteen, Benny Hinn, all these people pop up. I'm like, dang, that's how you pray. This man took his jacket off, waved, and knocked a whole stadium out. I was like, I don't know what that is, but I want that on Sunday. I started studying mannerisms. I didn't know I was studying mannerisms. I was like, I don't know what they do, but they always be pointing down. They point down, they pray, and they shake their head like this. Sometimes they be pointing like Oprah, you get a blessing, you get a blessing, you get a blessing. I'm like, I'm putting all that in my YouTube prayer. So Sunday comes, the pressure's on, you know what I'm saying? Because worship used to tend to be the best service that has ever happened. Worship lit, you know what I'm saying? The sermon lit. I was so scared, I'm in the bathroom, I'm practicing. I'm like, I gotta go over my lines. I'm like, when I point down, I should add a stone. Because that's what Kirk Franklin would do. Right? So I'm ready. I'm like, okay, I gassed up enough. And if you've ever had to do something in public, the moments that are going up into it, it feels like everything is moving in slow motion. Right? So I'm walking in like, Brother Juice is going to come and he's going to bless us with a prayer. So I'm like, I'm walking down the aisle, everything slows down. That's my heartbeat, right? It's my picking up. I hear this voice in my head, like, it had to be Jesus. He was like, you can do this. You've been practicing all week. Rocky music started playing out of nowhere, like, girls in my Sunday school class, I was like, because I had to pretend like I've been there before, right? So I get to the stage, I grab the mic from the pastor. I'm like, okay, activating YouTube prayers. Everybody who's a guest, because in my mind, I'm a guest pastor. I'm a guest pastor, so I grab it with 2 hands. Amen, bless the church. Thank you to the house shepherd for letting me come and pray. I'm going down my checklist, right? I start with everything that every person ever starts with when they pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. That's how we always do it. It could be morning, it could be night, we're going to say day. Check. And my mind, mental check. I was getting nervous, so I was sweating. I was like, man, I got that sweat. Sorry. Next on my checklist, it said, sprinkle in a little prayer. I was sprinkling a little prayer. For this This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad. Now, there's one thing that my YouTube tutorial did teach me. I was at a Pentecostal church. So if they agree with what you're saying, they're not going to wait till you're done praying. They're going to let you know right there. I went to a hood church, so they was like, amen, yeah. They was saying everything. I thought they was being disrespectful. So the lady in the fourth row was like, I was like, oh, she think I'm playing. I'm going to pull out my good stuff. I said, you are the Alpha and the Omega, Jesus. She said these 4 words. It set me off. She stood up. She was like, let him use you. I was like, he is. Oh, Lord, you are good. I said, Lord, you are good. You are not BK, but you can have it your way. This is not Jimmy John's, but he gets speedy delivery. Your grace is like Allstate, Jesus, because in you, we are in good hands. I said, your love is like Popeyes, because it's finger licking good. I was naming every commercial I had seen that morning. You are like Buzz Lightyear, because to infinity and beyond is your love. You call us to be like Nike and just do it. You call us to be like Jordan, fly away. My eyes was closed. I thought I was starting a revival. I thought wigs was flying off, people was running around, they were shouting and dancing. I went out for like 8 minutes, not gonna lie. Pastor was creeping up on me. You know, them old pastors, they be having their hands on their stomach. Like I said, I thought I was starting a revival, so I thought he was telling me to pray scripture. I was like, oh, I gave them a sprinkle. They want the whole thing. Turns out he was telling me to pray quicker. So I was like, ooh, Lord, it says in your word in John 3:16. Because when you get saved, that's the only verse you know. It's like, it's too much pressure. You didn't give me enough time. You didn't tell me that. Said, for God so loved the world. I said, for God so loved the world. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son. I said, uno, because he only had one. That whoever believes in him. You know, when we catch the spirit, we start doing double dutch. Y'all know what that means, right? Y'all know what that means. I finished my scripture. I looked up. Everybody was looking at me the same way. They were like, turns out they only asked me to bless the food. That's all they asked me to do. I was feeling the spirit. I didn't know what to do. It's crazy, man. I get the opportunity. I travel to a lot of churches, do a lot of comedy in churches. And I realized, traveling, not every church is as saved as they look. And I'm not saying the church in itself, I'm just saying the people in it. And I'm not just saying because I got problems too. Okay? I was in Atlanta, 2 shows on Saturday, went to church on Sunday. Pastor preaching his butt off. I felt convicted. I felt like I needed to go to the altar call. So I'm in line. We in there, 2 lines. I'm in line here, brother right next to me. He looking at me, he's smiling. I said, I'm just trying to get prayed for and get back. I know how y'all do in Atlanta. I'm just trying to get prayed for and get back. That's it. Right? So we get closer to the line. Brother in front of us, he getting prayed for. He put his hands in his pocket. Pastor tell him, take your hands out of your pocket. He take his hands out of his pocket. $20 fall out of his pocket. Like I said, the Lord's still working on me. So I looked at myself, I said, is this a test or a blessing? I can't tell, but I am hungry. Because us, we be one hop this time. Slide to the back. Woo! Like, Lord, you already answered my prayer. I don't even need to be up here. Just start walking to the back. We will not give that $20 up. Like I said, I see it. I see the brother, see me, see the money. looked at me, he smiled. I was like, I'm just trying to get prayed for and get back. I know how y'all do in Atlanta. I'm just trying to get prayed for and get back. So I got nervous. I took a step back. Usher pushed me forward. I said, oh, this starting to look like a setup. Clearly I'm supposed to have this money, okay? So before I could even do anything, the brother looked at me, he leaned in and he was like, watch this. This dude caught the Holy Ghost. He was like, it falls on the money. I was like, what the heck? And as the pastor saw him, he was like, oh. They put the blanket on him, they praying for him. I see him slide the $20 bill up his leg like, hey, he's saying, I'm like, sir. They put the blanket on him. Before they wrap the blanket over, I see him smile like this. Y'all, that's been my time. Thank y'all so much. Minnesota, I love y'all. Listen, now before I get out of here, man, I want to tell y'all from the bottom of my heart, you know, this special is dedicated to my father. He passed away. It will be 3 years ago when this comes out, man. And so I love y'all to death for all the support that y'all have from my family. I love this city with everything I got. Y'all showed up, y'all showed out. We had a good time. I just turned 30. I appreciate y'all. Remember, yesterday's price is not today's price. As long as God is in your life, y'all had a good time. Let's go.
Said he got a plug on the merch, told him send it through. Lately I've been looking at them prawns like they minuscule. Ooh, hold on, gotta see it through. I might hold a sword or the Drake, I got different views. We can't even go out on the walk, we got different shoes. Told you I was supposed to stop, I ain't get the news. Look, I was on the block, now I'm on the clock. Used to push a mop, now I'm on the shop. Look, put me in the box, I can't let it rock. Number one pick, I can't let him crop. Yeah. I just linked with the Brody, time to sharpen up. Man, the whole gang get their life to a carpet. They say, how your life going? I say, marvelous. Yeah, I ain't tryna wait till they do it. It's gon' start with us. He said, well done, like it's ready. I've been with the Saints like I'm ready. You just say the word, then I'm ready. I just hit the gas, look, I'm ready. We gon' take a L, I can't imagine. We gon' send him packing. Should've went to school, but he was trapping. Used to have them creases in the khakis. Never seen the precinct, must have been that prayer and that fasting. You are not my twin, it ain't no matching us. I stand on the 3, I got a shot and I can't pass it up. I can't sell my soul, it ain't nothing, I won't bad enough. Won't fix my mouth to say something if I can't back it up. Hit the gas in my lane, I got road rage. Stairway to heaven like the OJs. You ain't putting in work, you get no wage. I keep it 100 like old age. Mission. I just linked with the Brody, time to sharpen up. Man, the whole gang get their life to a carpet. They say, how your life going? I say, marvelous.